Hey YouTube, this is A Sphincter coming at you live out of Christchurch, New Zealand. Hey YouTube, you know how it is. You know who it is. It's Ace. Hey, today I want to talk about FL Studio and the way it handles samples, because it has a very uniform interface and a lot of cross compatibility between different modules, and it's even easy enough that we can use drag and drop for a lot of the functions here. Now this is the track you just heard. It's just a simple sample I recorded with the microphone about 5 minutes ago. This is what we're going to do here. We're going to try and use Edison a bit, and we can use Edison to trim our sample, to amplify it, fade in, fade out, all the basics that you would expect from a sample editing tool. Let's listen to this. A Sphincter. Alright, so that's me. If I want to, I can cut out bits of it. I'm just going to take this entire section here. I'm going to hit Control C to copy. And you can't see this menu, unfortunately, but in the Tools menu, once you've got a piece of audio copied, you can click on the function called Save Audio Clipboard to Browser. It's right here. When I click on it, my browser comes up, and it has one piece of audio highlighted. That piece of audio is my sample. Hey YouTube, this is Ace. Pretty easy, huh? Now there's a lot of things we can do with that. I'm going to create some other functions here which will take samples. I'm going to create a granulizer, and I'm going to create an FL slicer, fruity slicer. I'm going to take this sample. I'm going to give it to both. Now the slicer does something different with it. If you haven't played around with this, this is for you Reason aficionados. This is a combination of Dr. Rex and Recycle all in one. It'll take my slices. It'll auto slice based on either the beat, the tempo, or the sensitivity that I can adjust down here. It's got one for the low frequency changes, one for the high frequency changes, and you can sort of see the way it divides it up in finer increments as we turn the sensitivity up. Now this should probably do. I don't want to have it too complicated here. So with the slicer, what I can do is I can take this piece right here, and I can just hold the left mouse button on it and drag it to one of my other functions. In this case, I just moved it to my granulizer. So with a little bit of play, you could probably get something that sounds decent out of it. Maybe not, but as an example of the interface and how easy it is to move samples between one unit and another unit. If I'm not mistaken here, I'm going to try this here. We can even move these samples into Edison using this. Same technique, drag and drop. And then if we need to make any major changes, if we want to run some effects, run some, I don't know, EQ, if you want to chop 1 small second out of it, 1 small millisecond out of it that you want to use as a sound font or something. Okay, there's one more function here, Citrus. If you're using FL Studio 7, your package might include Citrus or a demo of it. Citrus is an FM synthesizer, but it can do, I think, what's called a Fourier transformation. I'm probably wrong about that. But watch this. If I take a slice from this guy, this. Let's get something tiny here. What's this? Okay. See the shape of this wave? If I drag this into Citrus, it will do its best to analyze the waveform and to recreate it using a Fourier transformation. So each of these is representative of the strength of a harmonic. It's as it goes along, the harmonics become smaller, more high-pitched, highly resonant, and the bottom is the phase. And using a combination of these, we can create some pretty complicated waveforms. Now this probably won't sound a lot like we expect it to, but it is in fact using this wave. We can We can make some changes to it, and we'll probably hear the difference a bit. Not fully, but you get the idea. This is just one of the things that FL Studio has built in, or the Citrus plugin has built in. So there's quite a lot of versatility out of it, even for something we probably wouldn't use that for. You know, not my voice anyway, but maybe a clip from a Rex file or some song that we've gotten a sample from. So, with this in mind, what you can do is make a single take of perhaps some beatboxing or something.
Hey, YouTube.
Yeah, that's, you know, my example's not very good, but then you can chop it up into different bits if you want. I can take this last part, and this would make a pretty good cymbal, I think. All it needs is a little bit of resonance. And it would pass as a cymbal. Not the best, but again, whatever your input source is, you can chop it up however you like. Now, if you're into recording, you simply choose a channel which is going to be driving some audio through it. You can use, oops, wrong one. You can use master if you want to pick up everything, or just an individual channel. Turn your Edison on to record, and when you play your pattern,
Hey, YouTube. This is A Sphincter coming at you live out of.
you should see some action being recorded in Edison.
Hey, YouTube.
So now we've got the exact wave output of that track. So you can use this not only to optimize your own patterns, is if you've got an effect which is very CPU intensive to generate very complex sounds, or if you're using a plugin which is very CPU intensive, you can dump it to an audio file and then just play back the audio clip, which will have all of your effects and all of your EQing and mastering included within it. So this is a great way to optimize when you're running out of CPU overhead, when you're maxing it out. Alright, although it's nothing that sounds fantastic, it's nothing to be exceptionally proud of. In fact, it's a rather crap beat. I just threw this together to illustrate what you can do with this particular program's sampling ability. This was all made with one sample. Called Sunny Stab. Even the drums were made from the same sample. That's not to say the drums are very good, but this was just done as an illustration of how easy it is to move samples in between modules, how easy it is to work with, cut, manipulate samples and slices of those samples, and some of the power that you can wield once you know how easy it is to do this. That's all I got. I hope some of you found this useful. This is A Sphincter signing out.